Well, hello and welcome back to Poshcats Camping. We're just about finished packing, haven't we?
Yes.
It's taken
took us
us
all morning.
and the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was up at about 5:30 this morning because it was a beautiful sunny morning and I wanted to wash Smurf. Yesterday it rained all day, or pretty much. So anyway, we're packed, I've got most things on board and we're starting our midsummer tour, which and today is the 5th of June. So we're heading off, aren't we? We're heading north and it's quite a long tour. We won't not back until July. And
We've rearranged our stuff so that we don't have to keep taking the bikes off to get things out of the boot.
yeah,
So we can access the things we want from the inside door that we've got. And we've put the chairs underneath my bench, haven't we?
the outdoor seats
and
now.
panniers.
Yeah. We can show you that later in the video.
So we're really pleased.
Yeah, we
Stuff
had a little bit of a
on.
reshuffle. So stuff
Yeah.
that was in the boot, some of it is in the van now, so that we've got easier access to it because we have got the bikes on the back. We're meeting up with Sheila and Joe, and we're going to a place called
Keal Lodge.
Keal Lodge, and that is just slightly north-east of Peterborough. It's north of us in Ipswich. We're going there for a couple of nights, and then we're heading off to Birmingham, aren't we? To meet up with some people. So in this video we'll tell you a little bit more about the tour, the route that we're taking and some of the sites that we'll be visiting, and we'll show you around Keal Lodge as well, can't we? And that will kick off this tour very, very nicely. Well, what a treat. We got through the A14 up on the A1 in no time. There was no hold-ups, there was average traffic. Well, less than average I suppose, because it was quite clear. So we've come into Peterborough and we've stopped at the Neen Valley Country Park, which is just past the Ferry Meadows Caravan and Motorhome Club site. We're about an hour ahead of time, so we're going to have a cup of tea and a nice little walk in the country park before we head off to Keal Lodge. And Sue's just sorting things out, a drink for the dogs. We're all having a little bit of a rest, which is lovely. We're just here in the Neen Valley Railway in the distance, aren't we, Sue? And we're going to go to the Ferry Meadows Visitor Centre for a cup of tea.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Save me putting the kettle on.
Really nice place to walk around. We've been here many times when we've stayed at Ferry Meadows. But
we're just killing time, aren't we?
yeah, we're just using up a bit of time.
Campsite.
Yeah, because we're a bit early. But let's go and get a cuppa. Well, I'm down at the gate here now at Keal Lodge. It's a beautiful little setting here, close to a couple of little villages, the Deepings, and we've just come along this little country road here, and the entrance is right behind me. This caravan park is quite small, quite an intimate site. There's 11 pitches on the main caravan site, and then there is a CL, which is a Caravan and Motorhome Club registered certificated location with 5 pitches, and you'll probably all know about them, but they're quite tucked away usually. They're very, very pretty little sites, and this one is no exception. Probably one of the prettiest I've seen in a very long time. The gardens are just beautiful, everything is kept, must take them hours to keep it this nice. The gravel roadways are all superb, and there's a lovely open field for running of dogs, and all the facilities you need. Also, the pitches are serviced, fully serviced pitches, so you've got your own tap and your own grey waste drainage point as well on the pitch. The hard stands in the main, there's 1 or 2 grass pitches if you fancy that, and there's the Elson point tucked away behind the trees as well, which is excellent facility. There's no toilet and shower block here. That's not the nature of this site. It's very much a tranquil park, and they are part of the Tranquil Parks group, and that's where we found them. So let's have a little walk down the main drive here. The entrance is split into 2. You've got the private bungalow where the owners live, and that's where you go to the garage, where there's a little office and you can check in. We did that yesterday, and then they'll take you down the main driveway down into the caravan site. So here we are. It's a secure gate here, so you do need a key fob to get in. But they're very proud of their award-winning successes over the 24 years, it says, and there's a long list. I'll try and put a few of them on screen. There's a long list of awards that have won for this caravan park, and well done to them. It really is a bit special. Now, having used the key fob, pitch 5 we're on, I've used that little tag to get in the gate here. I've locked it again behind me. You can see there's a couple of fields here where you can run your dogs. There's the waste bins that are all just one just there. This is where you put your key fob as you leave, so you don't have to check out as such. But as you can see, all the hedges and hedgerows and the gardens are just kept really well trimmed and groomed. The private bungalow here where the owners live. This is the main drive down into the 2 areas where there's camping, and just straight in front of us here is the CL, and we'll take a quick look at that first. Here we are at the CL, and as you can see, it's just like being in the back garden. The gardens are beautiful, and the 5 pitches are around the centre of the field here. As you can see, you drive all the way around the edge. They're all hard stand on this, I think. And over in the corner here, there's an information hut. Let's go and have a look and see what's inside there. On the CL here, just between the hedge, before we go over to the information hut, is the bins and a chemical closet, chemical emptying area, and so that's quite convenient. And then the information hut is just here. The sun is very bright this morning, but we're in the shade of the tree here. Let's go and have a look inside. A little bit of a breeze, so I just made sure the door doesn't slam on us. Packed full of information here, and on the whiteboard there's information about things going on. There we go. I talked about Chinese being very good, and someone's written agreed. That's a little Chinese takeaway that's in the next village. And the 6 bells you need to book, it says 20 to 25 minutes drive, and some other things that the customers have found, and I've left you a pen, so if you want to add to it you can. But, all the usual leaflets here, local magazines as well about Rutland, Stamford, not far from Peterborough as well, if you fancy a little bit of a view of the city and the Peterborough Cathedral. It's beautiful, been there before, it's lovely. And the usual maps and the what's on and things to see in the local area here that's been prepared by the owners. And that was emailed to us as well before we arrived. Lots of information, which is really good to have before you arrive. And some books here. So it looks like it used to be a nursery, and now there's caravan storage over the back, and there's a book here showing the history of the site, which is rather good. It's a great big area for caravan storage, and it's all registered and secure with CCTV, so if you need that in this area, contact the border caravan storage. I notice there's a sign in there that if you haven't got one, you can put the sign on there saying that the pitch is being used. There's only one caravan on this CL at the moment. I'll give them a little bit of privacy, so we'll walk around this way and show you the rest of the CL. As I say, they've all got their own tap, they've all got their own grey waste point, and I told you I like because there's a caravan around this side as well. So let me just show you one of the pictures. There you go. There's one of the nice good size hard stands, and then around here, as you can see, the grass is beautifully mown, and that there is the road that we access the caravan park at the back. This is where we came in. Just behind me is the main caravan park, and they do ask all of the caravan owners to park their cars on the roadway. So there's a grassed area right alongside the roadway all the way down where you can park your cars. That keeps the vehicles off the main field, and you can see why. The grass is just beautifully cut, and I don't know how they do it because we've had a really wet spring, but it looks glorious out here in this June sunshine. So each of the pictures have got water taps. You just need your own adapter, and you can connect to the taps. Pitch 5 is the one here where Sheila and Joe are pitched. And as you can see, it's really lovely. The sun is shining this morning, it's beautiful. A little woodpecker on the tree here last night we saw from our window. A green woodpecker, he's probably up the tree there somewhere. Over in the corner here is the chemical waste point in the little shed. I showed you the entrance to the caravan storage, and that's through there. Caravan and motorhome storage, lots and lots of space through there. This is the chemical waste point, and of course recycling. All different coloured bins, So, excellent. Lovely clean facilities here. And as I say, no toilet and shower block. So you're asking how much do we pay? Well, we pay £32 a night, and that is probably at the upper end of a campsite rather like this, but you're paying for peace and quiet and the beautiful gardens. And being a tranquil park, it is adult only. Dogs are welcome, but we had a really warm welcome here when we arrived, and lovely people who own this place. We're going to go and find the Riverwalk in a little while, so we'll take you down along the road and to the river, walk along the Riverwalk to the village, and hopefully we'll get a spot of lunch or a cup of tea or something in the village down there. Well, we've come out of the campsite along Back Lane, and we're now heading down towards the river. Oh boy. We'll come down this little lane from the main road. It looks like there's a bit of a sluice going on. You can hear it. This is the river. We're coming to Market Deeping, and found this lovely little memorial, and it is today is D-Day, and if you hear that little noise, that little tapping noise, is the flag. I'll show you the D-Day 80 flag as well. So we've walked about 45 minutes to Market Deeping, which is the nearest town to the campsite. Along the river, it's a lovely river walk. There's lots of little shops here. There's a co-op if you want a supermarket. We're just standing near the fire station, a police station and a library. So got quite a few services in this little town. There's very pretty. There's a Chinese takeaway, several takeaways, pizza place, fish and chips, a couple of restaurants. So there's it is a good walk from the campsite. You could obviously cycle or bring your car, but not far away from the campsite, and we've chosen to walk, and we're going to find a little coffee shop just around the corner here, I think. What you got then, Sue?
I think I've got half a cake.
Half a cake?
Coffee and walnut.
Coffee and walnut, yeah. I've got a little pot of crisps with my green tea. Sheila's got a little bit of cake.
Just a little bit of cake with a coffee.
With a cup of coffee. And Joe over there is munching away at his cheesy toasty.
It's only a toasty.
He's far too busy to talk.
It's only a toasty.
Yeah.
And there's Sue's little bit of cake. Yeah, nice, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely.
Unusual by the roadside here. Let's see if we can find out what it's about. So here we are. It's a listed ancient monument built in the 15th century to serve the market centre of the village. In 1819 it was converted to a lock-up to house up to 3 people overnight before taken into the magistrate the next morning. So it's a little jail. And here's the jail door. Just about to see inside, she says. Not much room in there. Bit of an echo. All locked up. And there's a lovely church down there we saw from the other side. Now tomorrow and over the weekend there is a beer festival. And we were very tempted, I have to say, but we are on the move tomorrow. So unfortunately we'll miss out this time. So earlier in the video I did tell you that we'd had a little bit of a reshuffle with some of the chairs and things that we did have in the boot. We've now got them in the locker, which is underneath one of the beds in the back here, or under the seats. I'll spin you around, you can have a look. So here's under the bunk here. We've got one of the folded chairs in a bag that we sit on outside here, and our little cool box there, and some bottles of water, Sue's boots, some Pepsi Max in there. I think there's a couple of 2-litre bottles. And now we're going to try and fit this other chair in.
We managed to do it on the way here, didn't we?
Yeah, let's have a look, see if we can get this chair in. So there we are, the other chair is in now. And now I'm going to put these cycle panniers in as well. So there we have it, all snugly packed away. Just move your fingers out of the way, sweetheart, and I'll shut that down. And there we are. So that's about it from Keal Lodge. We're on the move this morning, aren't we, Sue?
Yes, we are.
We're on our way to Scotland, as you know, and we're stopping off at several different places on the way up, because Ipswich is such a very long way from Scotland. We used to, years ago, just do it in one hit, go right up to Strathclyde in one day, but with traffic and old age, well, for some of us, we just find that too much. So we're going to go on to Somers Wood, aren't we? Yeah. And we're meeting up with our collaboration friends at Somers Wood, and then from there we're there for a couple of nights over the weekend, and then from there we're going up to Troutbeck Head. Yeah. Where's that in?
That's in the Lake District.
Yep, in the Lake District near Penrith, which is in the Northern Lakes. So it's a couple of 100 miles from Somers Wood, and then from there we'll be making our way across the border into Scotland, booking at Invercoe Caravan Park, and that's right on the loch, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit north of Oban, but we've chose that because we really like it, and hopefully we can get a nice view of the water. We are hearing that the midges are out. This is
don't bite me.
Early June. No, they don't
me.
like Sue, but they love me. I'm so pleased. But yeah, so from Oban we've got just one night at Invercoe, and then we're going to take the ferry from Oban to Castle Bay, which is on the Isle of Barra. And I'll put some pictures on screen as we're talking here, but the Isle of Barra is at the bottom end, the south end of the Hebridean Islands. And so we can hopefully pick up the Hebridean Way and track and have a look at all of the islands. So we think, I don't know if I can name them all, try and name some of them. We've got 10 islands on this tour. We've got 9 causeways and 6 ferries. We can't possibly do all the islands, there's far too many, so we've chosen 10. And we're not using the bridge, the Sky Bridge, so we're using a ferry there as well. So anyways, we'll end up in Lewis. We're going to go right the way through the Hebridean Islands, back down to Harris, and then across to Skye, and then to Bunree and home. So I hope that made sense, but stick with us because the videos will explain as we go along.
And tonight we're going to have fish and chips, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to do a fish and chip supper with folks when we meet them at Somers Wood. And
at some point we're going to go for a walk over the weekend.
Yep, and
walk by Glyn.
We've got our bikes, so who knows? We're just hoping that the weather will hold. It's a bit showery at the moment. I think the forecast are showers. So we'll see you on the next video. We're going to leave here now. Lovely site at Keal Lodge. Just met one of the owners and the daughter, and was telling us a little bit about how the site has grown.
A new cafe that's open. Oh,
and a little new cafe on the main road. Yeah, look out for that if you come here. That's owned by the daughter of the family as well. So, one that I think we're going to come back to, and it's like being in their back garden, isn't it? So it's so lovely, and the planting and the dog walk, and yeah, it's just really nice. So we'll see you on the next video then, shall we?
Yep.
All right, take care, and we'll see you in a few days.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah, bye then.